Well, I know that must be some people's favourite record, Steve.
Well, it's certainly one of mine.
Thunder Road, Bruce Springsteen.
I wouldn't hear a bad word said against the boss. A lot of people dismiss him, as we said in the past, as being some kind of stadium rocker, but you can't listen to a song like that and not be moved. Surely, Karl.
It's alright, yeah.
Brilliant. A passionate man.
Yeah.
What?
So, Karl.
No, that's right.
So,
There's certain songs like that was alright. It didn't sound anything. If it wasn't Bruce Springsteen, if someone new came out sounding like that, I'd go, yeah, it's alright.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
you're a regular Simon Cowell, aren't you?
I don't know if I like music as much as I used to now. That's what happens when you work in it, innit? Because Danny Minogue was on the telly in the week.
Is it like when you work in a sweet factory and you don't nick the Mars bars after a couple of months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny Minogue was on the telly in the week, right?
Yeah.
And she was doing a medley.
Yeah.
Why do people do them?
Well, to try and get all the hits. I know what you mean, yeah.
But who's that busy that they haven't got time to listen to a full album or...
Well, it was it's like a meal in pill form.
Yeah.
Well, I like most of Danny Minogue's hits, but I don't like the whole song.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want to just like pop the best bits down, 30 seconds, put them all together. Yeah.
Well, I've got a Stars on 45 record from the 70s. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Stars on 45. But it's that, like you say, I mean, this one had kind of, it would be a snatch of Stevie Wonder, followed by the MASH theme, followed by Layla, just the intro. It was sort of, it's not music. It's just...
Well, we do a bit of that, don't we? That's what DJing is, isn't it? It's a bit of everything. But we play the whole song, don't we, often? Mm. Yeah, we're better, aren't we, Karl?
Oh.
So what do you want to talk about today?
Do you want to look at the list?
Yeah, well, it's got describe looks. That's our list we've put. So this is a very amusing sort of link about describing your look.
I don't know. What's this? I don't remember this.
No, I just was thinking, like, you know, everyone's got an idea in their head, right? Of what
Careful, Karl. Don't open yourself up to criticism. Go on, yeah. Everyone's got an idea.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone's got an idea of what they look like and stuff. If someone wanted to know what I look like, or what Ricky looked like, or what you look like, Steve, if that...
Yeah.
What would you use to describe yourself? Do you know what I mean?
Words.
Not really. I don't understand. What do you mean?
Well, like...
Someone who doesn't know us, we've got to describe, and what's the game to hopefully get some sort of interpersonal language going, so you know they've got the same image as you, to a certain extent.
I'm just thinking, if I was to meet Steve in a restaurant,
yeah,
right,
nothing untoward going on. We're just hanging out.
No, just having a chat, just having a normal night out.
Yeah. Who's paying? Because I mean, is it expensive?
Go Dutch. I mean,
right. So, I say to you, I'll see you at 8, right, in this restaurant. I turn up at the door. It's a bit of a posh place, right? There's Steve Merchant in, and the waiter sort of goes, I don't know. What does he look like, right? And
where's he from?
Just a little French fella.
Oh yeah.
And what does he look like? So the thing I'd pick up on first, tall lad.
Tall, yeah.
And then he goes, oh, you know, we got lots of tall people in, right? And I go, oh, big eyes.
Big eyes.
Yeah. And then he'd go, yeah, he's over there.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, you can have dinner and you can buy me dinner. I'm not sure you're going to get anywhere with me. If you're slagging me off.
No, I'm not slagging you off, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just using what comes to mind. When
can I just...
Tall and big eyes.
Can I assume that they know, like... Could I say, like, easiest for me, I'd say, looks like Reg Varney from On the Buses. Would they understand that? Can I use sort of, like, kick references?
He's 30-odd, this waiter, so he'll... Yeah,
so I go, right. Oh yes, it's Reg Varney sitting over there. Yeah, so he went German towards the end.
See, I describe you more, Rick, I think, as... I would imagine, I'd say, have you ever seen that Johnny Vegas on the telly?
Yeah.
Imagine he was inflatable and he just let out a little bit of air.
Alright, well at least that's nice.
What Ricky would look like.
As opposed to, like, you know, pumping harder.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's go. Karl I'd describe as, you know those little red monkeys that you see on wildlife programs? They're in the trees and they scream when they see a leopard or something.
I think so.
Shave that. Just shave one of those little red monkeys and put some sort of, you know, old sort of Manchester gear on it, maybe. Yeah, you know what I mean? A banana rack and some baggy jeans.
I'd like to see how the waiter would react to that. He's got a picture of a monkey, then he's got a picture of shaved. So he's got no hair, and then dressed like some kind of Manx scally.
There go, he's over there. Yeah, he's over there, Karl's over there. That's what I do.
Brilliant.
So, now coming up, the Verve, after that, an amusing link about gay handkerchiefs.
Really? Looking forward to this.
POD. Bit of pod there. Alive. That's grown on me.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It rocks. I mean, we've got to give it that.
I will certainly give it that, Rick.
Yeah, XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais.
With me, Steve Merchant. So more from the Facts and Trivia book. Edited, as I say, by Sir Isaac Asimov, so not just overheard on the tube or by a drunk.
Well, he might have overheard him on a tube by a drunk. And just put him in a book.
Yes. Listen to the whole fact here before you make any judgments.
Okay.
Sauerkraut was renamed Liberty Cabbage by Americans during World War I.
Sure.
In their denunciation of all things German, some Americans actually kicked Dachshunds.
Are the little dogs?
Yeah. Little German dogs, just give them a kicking. Because they were German. Or they were derived from Germany. I don't know if they got to like a small sort of French village and just said, bring out your Dachshunds. Why, what are you going to do to them? Nothing. Give them a little bit of food or something. You're not going to kick them, are you?
Got
No,
some milk.
'cause I've heard about you Americans.
No, just bring out the little sausage dog. You say it aggressively.
You said that aggressively. Like
Well, no, bring out the little sausage dog. Okay.
Well, you're not going to hurt it though.
Of course I'm not.
If you hurt it now, it's like it's against the Geneva Convention.
I'm not going to kick it.
Well, I didn't even bring up kicking. I didn't even mention kicking. So why have you done that?
I don't know.
Well, I haven't got a Datsun.
Oh.
Sacre bleu.
Yeah. Sorry.
That thing down my trousers is just a baguette.
Yeah. Do you remember that, Carl? Do you remember
Dynamite fact. A dynamite
Baguettes
fact.
were invented by Napoleon so he could carry him down his leg.
Let me just find, there's one more here that I thought might, I know that there's a lot of those kind of amusing laws and stuff, antiquated laws and that on the web and things, but again, it's Asimov. I'm thinking it's true. City Ordinance number 352 in Pacific Grove, California, makes it a misdemeanor to kill or threaten a butterfly.
Threaten?
Yeah, you can't even threaten a butterfly.
So he goes...
Don't even look at it aggressively.
Yeah, butterfly comes down, I go, what are you looking at? I go, nothing.
Yeah.
And he goes, Judge! What?
Yeah.
Bloke looking at me with a net.
I wasn't doing anything,
I don't know, I'm fishing.
But see, the thing about that is, a lot of the kind of, sort of the wilder butterflies from the wrong side of the tracks, they're just going to take advantage of it. They're going to cruise around, they're going to be playing loud music, abusing old people. They're untouchable.
And they're going to go, have you got a problem with that?
Exactly, you go,
and
no.
you're going to go, no.
No, it's fine, go about your business.
No.
Butterflies there, Rick, in California, running amok.
Yeah.
Should repeat it.
Yeah.
No then, there's another one that I think you'll be a fan of. Oh, it might take me a while to find it. Maybe we should play a track.
Oh, wow, that takes us nicely. That's a lovely link. That thing about you said about playing a track.
Keep going.
This is Song for the Lovers, and I've chosen a great track here by Lloyd Cole, oft forgotten, but a great singer-songwriter. And this is one of his best songs, I think. In fact, I think Sandy Shaw covered it in the mid-80s when she had a little bit of that resurgence. It's Are You Ready to Be Heartbroken? And it's a Song for the Lovers. Lovely tune. Enjoy. Are You Ready to Be Heartbroken? Actually, Lloyd Cole with his Commotions. That was done with, and I love it.
Beautiful.
Cheers.
Facts and trivia, the last one, Rick.
Go on.
This is a sobering lesson for us all.
Go on.
At the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo in 1901, President William McKinley received a line of citizens, shaking hands with each. In the line was a man with a handkerchief covering one hand. Neither of the two Secret Service men guarding the president was curious enough to take a look at what might be under the handkerchief in the hand of the man. Leon Golzgoz, an anarchist. What he had was a loaded revolver, and when the president thrust his right hand out for the shake, Zolgozd fired twice. McKinley died a week later.
So, what he did there, it was outwit the might of presumably the FBI or the Secret Service by covering the gun with a handkerchief.
Clever.
That's brilliant.
It's absolute genius.
Just think how they had to explain that. And they go, how did he get close enough and shoot the president? And they go, we didn't see the gun. Why? Covered it with a hanky, did he? Oh, well, you're not to blame then. Exactly, we can't compete with that sort of, didn't you think to look under the hanky?
No.
Well, probably just thought it was a hand. Of course, because that's where the hand would be. Did you not think he was probably holding a gun or something? Didn't do that. We didn't train. We didn't do hiding it with a hanky, did we? Oh, if he didn't do it, then it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. But he lived, did he, for a week?
The president lived with it for a week, yeah.
That's because they had to go to him, and they're probably shuffling around his bed going, sorry about that. Why don't you look? I had a hanky, did he? Oh, well, they're now in jail. Well, they were. Go on. Well, when we went into the jail to give him some bread and water, he had a hanky over his hand.
Right, yeah.
We thought nothing of it.
Sure.
And was it a gun? Yeah. It was a gun, and he got out. See, do you remember remember the gun? Yeah. That's terrible, isn't it?
It's pathetic. No one's used that method since. I know. Because it was effective there, but you don't hear about that now. No. People using all kinds of elaborate methods to assassinate people, poisoning their wine.
Yeah.
I think that was Rasputin. As I recall, they put some poison into his wine.
Well, I didn't
study it in history class, that's my memory of it.
But if only listened to Karl last week, chink the glasses.
Always chink the glasses.
That shows that they used to test it, didn't they? Pour a little bit from yours into mine, that means I'm not poisoning you.
Yeah.
But if you're thinking of murdering someone, you know, a dignitary...
With a gun.
Yeah, but let's say...
Pop a hanky over it.
Just think about that.
Just pop a hanky over it.
I don't know, pop it inside an oven glove. And just wear that as you go to shake their hands.
Or sooty.
Or one of those big gladiator-style pointing foam hands they used to have on gladiators.
Yeah.
That would be genius. Yeah. I'm just using this because I love the president.
No gun in there, is there? No.
Just a big finger.
Check if you want.
Yeah.
Well, no, we won't then if you said check. Right. That's Bob Dylan. Oh. You're gonna make me lonesome when you go on XFM. Sorry, they're arguing. Steve and Karl
but
are
he just
arguing.
Goes, you've got to keep it slick.
Do you know what, can I just tell them what you're arguing about? Think of this, right? This is the argument. They're arguing whose fault it is why this show is rubbish. Think of that!
What? That's a perfect... I think that's a valid criticism. At least we're discussing it. You're just accepting that that's the case. You're not even trying to change it. We're ashamed of it.
Yeah.
We have to go out there.
I should be, but I quite like it.
In fact, I remember when we went out about 2 weeks ago, so we've got to, you know, make it tighter and that, make it good. Went out for something to eat. You were happy sat at the table talking about squids and having to, you know, go off with one if you wanted to have a kid. I brought up the topic, right, what we're going to do about the show. Suddenly you've got to go. It's like, oh, I think I've made plans. So me and Steve sat there.
Can I just see, I do that. I do acknowledge, quite shamefully, that this is more enjoyable for me to do than for you to listen to, but it's like 2 hours sort of playtime for me. It's like you know, the study period when you're meant to read a book but you actually can't afford to run around and draw pictures. I think that this, even though I'm getting paid for this and I'm meant to be working, it's nice, it's cool, isn't it? not for the listener, but for me.
But the problem is, the only way we can improve this show, Karl, to be honest, the only way we can make this good is if the three of us resign. Yeah. And they replace it with someone else.
Yeah, but Karl, you're getting flustered and you're getting stressed because you're, you know, I don't know what, I was saying, answer the phones, you were letting them ring, you're still letting it ring. You're still letting people phone. You go, oh look, leave that. And people have phoned in, good enough to phone in, to ask for something for free. I think you should at least answer the phone and say, it's not worth it, the prizes are rubbish.
Well, whilst I'm doing all the other stuff, maybe you can do that.
No way.
Right then.
But to be fair, Rick, I'm not accusing you of being lazy. No. But you're sat on a chair, and yet you're almost vertical. I don't know how you've done it. It's like you're almost asleep, but you're sat on that right chair. I don't know how you've angled yourself in that way.
I'm gonna have a bad back when I'm, in old age. I'm just gonna be bent double.
Right, so come on now. Pretend we're starting now.
Okay.
We've just started the show
now. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. It's right. XFM. It's the Ricky Gervais Show with Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, or our show. It's our show. From now on, I'm at least cutting up the blame as well. XFM 104.9. What do you want to know? Funny thing happened to me on the way here.
Okay.
Actually, it was about Wednesday, Thursday. I was walking along Charing Cross Road. I was on my way here actually to meet Karl for a drink, and this little fella came up to me. I think it was an overseas student. He's sort of like a student type, but he had an accent, and he came up to me and went, "Excuse me, I use one from the office," and I went, yeah. He went, would you sign a script book of the office for me? I went, yep, by all means, yeah. He went, can you come to the bookshop? And I went, what, you haven't got it on you? He went, no, but if you come, I will buy one for you to sign. And I went, I can't really. He went, were you going to pass one? I went, I'm not, no, I can't. He went, oh, I was just in Waterstones earlier, I didn't go. I went, oh, sorry. He went, you could just, I went, I can't. He went, okay. I went, I'll sign something else. Have you got something else I can sign? He went, of course. And I signed a pamphlet or a brochure or something for him. But I love the idea. Imagine me going with him. I'm queuing up, and I'm in the queue. He's going, you're going, yeah, fine. Can you just hurry up? And he gets there, and his switch doesn't work, and he goes, can you lend me £10? Yeah. I mean, imagine that.
I'm a little bit annoyed you didn't go with him, frankly, because that would have been a sale of our book, and I get a little cut from that.
Well, behind him was Salman Rushdie. Going, can we hurry up? Because I shouldn't be out. I'm getting a lot of funny looks. And I really, I don't feel comfortable.
But I thought it was very odd the other day, was we were walking along, and Ricky often gets bothered for an autograph, and some Japanese people who I think were tourists, they appeared from behind the corner, and I thought, this is odd, that, they seemed like tourists, but they're obviously going to ask for an autograph. And they just handed him a camera and said, excuse me, would you take a photo of us? They didn't recognise him. They didn't recognise him.
I was laughing, I was thinking, right. Oh,
so now Ricky stood in the street, people are recognising him as he's taking a photo of three complete Japanese strangers, and I imagine them getting home and Sarah saying, and here's the one we had taken by Ricky Gervais. Taken with Ricky Gervais? No, taken by Ricky Gervais.
From the office. Isn't that brilliant? Would you come to the bookshop with me?
The life of a minor celebrity.
Not really.
Okay, Monkey News.
Do you want a bit?
Yes, please. Play the jingle.
This rash is weird. Oh, chimpanzee that Monkey News.
Right. They were filming a documentary, right, this telly company.
Yeah.
Doing a documentary.
Who? Which one? Which one?
Don't know.
No, what was the documentary about?
About monkeys.
Yeah. Where was it? Where
Africa.
Was it? Right, when was this?
I haven't got a date.
Okay. Recently though, since the advent of television, obviously.
Yeah. Actually, a bit of extra monkey news if you want it.
Okay, always.
Do you know the,
Monkey News Extra. Go on.
Do you know the Halfords ads?
Halfords ads? I don't think so, no. What happens?
Halfords, they've they sell nuts and bolts and stuff.
Right.
They were using monkeys in the ads.
Okay. Yeah. And what happened? Don't they sell bikes, Halfords?
Well, mainly.
Bicycles and motorbike stuff and that. Okay, so they're using monkeys in the ad, but what happened?
I can't handle it.
What?
I can't do this. Look at him.
I don't care what he's doing.
Well, basically, right, there was a load of hassle because they were using these monkeys in this Halfords advert.
Yes. Right. And what happened? Get to the point.
It turned out there wasn't a problem because they were mechanics in the first place.
What, they were monkey mechanics?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Mental.
What are you talking about? That's not a story.
Well, anyway, listen, let's get back on to
They were mechanics in the first place.
Right, listen. Right, so they're making this documentary. Right? And stumble across a little gang of... Come
on, just... Get on with it, please.
Little gang of monkeys. That's the first time I've ever laughed. I'll hear that.
I know. Well, brilliant. What do you want, a cake? Come on.
Can we play a song?
Oh, I don't understand what is wrong with you, you freak.
It's making me laugh.
Just tell us the story.
Alright then, alright. So anyway, right, so there's this documentary being made. They found a little gang of monkeys.
Right, play a song. I don't know what's going on here. I apologise.
Got a hide your love away. According to the Beatles on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant. Right, Carl, come on. Monkey News.
Everyone's composed. The jingle, please.
Oh, chimpanzee that Monkey News.
Excellent. Okay.
Right, where were we?
We would just start again. There's some people making a documentary.
For what? Okay,
making a documentary in the jungle and that.
Right.
Stumble across a little gang.
Okay, come on.
All right.
A little gang of monkeys.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So the camera crew are there filming it.
Yes.
Everything's going normal. Nothing odd about it.
Okay. They're not running a restaurant. They've not got any barber shops. Nothing.
No.
Just regular monkeys going about their business. Yeah.
So anyway, what normally happens is the monkeys stick with the partner.
They already do what?
they don't sort of sleep around and that. Once they find the girlfriend or the boyfriend or whatever, they stick with them, right?
Okay.
But anyway, they were watching this one, right? And it's going around a bit, sleeping around.
Oily.
And it was getting fatter. They thought, this is a bit odd.
Yeah.
Right? So, followed it round. And see it having it away. Turns out, little prostitute.
Oh, God!
It's a little monkey prostitute.
It was getting fatter because it was charging them bananas.
What a load of old rubbish.
It's charging them bananas! What was it, a boy or... It was a...
Woman. Little woman monkey.
That's the most extraordinary monkey news I've ever heard.
Oh! That is genius!
Has this documentary been televised?
I don't think it's been on yet.
No.
And that's all the information you've got?
Yeah.
And is that's one banana for everything?
Now, half a banana is for
just oral.
A paw job.
Right.
If you want full-blown monkey sex, it is 2.5 bananas.
Sure.
So,
let's just play a song.
Okay. Let's just play.
All right. Well, this is our penultimate show, so we're back next week. We're going to make it a barnstormer, I'm sure, lads. I want 100% behind it, 110% next week. All right. None of this giggling, none of this infantile giggling like two schoolboys. Right. All right. We're going to come back. We're going to have some quality monkey news next week. We're going to have all kinds of treats. I would have thought.
Okay.
Some great prizes. All right. Are we okay?
Yeah. Best show. Let's make next week the best show ever.
Good luck. If you miss it, then you miss out. We're ending with a track from a couple of years back. I think it was 92, 93. Dinosaur Jr. Start Chopping. Play that. Start playing. Forget start chopping. Start playing.
Right.
All right.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Well, when was the last time you went to a live experience?
Well, I've been to gigs, but the one that springs to mind probably is when I first sort of tried a gig out, and it wasn't a music one. It was Bottom. Do you know with
Bottom the live thing with
Rick Mail and everything.
Yeah,
when was that?
Years ago, because it was in Manchester in about, I don't know, 87, 88 or something, and I was set up for a blind date. Right, this a mate of mine sort of set me up to see this.
What?
Girl.
So you said let's go to Bottom?
Well, I didn't tell her. I just said meet us at the Apollo.
I bet she was over the moon, wasn't she?
Met her there. Said right.
Romantic.
Going to see some middle-aged men run round in pants. Brilliant.
Well, it's good. It's one of them things that afterwards you've got something to talk about, haven't you, and stuff.
Yeah. So was it a good gig?
Yeah, it was all right. Sort of bought some April fruits and that at the start of the night.
Yeah.
I think she liked that. And then we watched Bottom. Then afterwards had a bit of a chat. And then...
you didn't see her again, I take it?
I would have done, right, because she was all right looking and everything.
Yeah.
But when we were chatting, she said she had a problem with a marrow and that.
She what?
She had a problem with a marrow.
She had a problem with her marrow?
Yeah.
You mean her bone marrow?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant she had one stuck of her fanny.
No, just the...
Thanks for that, Rick. That's an image I can't get out of my head.
No, I wondered what... I always think a marrow. I thought it was a marrow. Her marrow.
And is that serious, that? I just was put off it, because I thought... If you
I think it's more serious than a problem with a marrow.
Yeah, I mean... With a marrow and that.
It's an idea if you're bored with butt
I love it! I love it! Everything he says is like someone from Kes.
It was just that thing that... Because
you didn't want to go out with a girl who might be ill in some way.
Well, yeah, I thought, what's the point in spending time with her, spending money on her and stuff, and then she's going to die on me?
Oh!
No, but seriously...
God!
No, but I'm just... See, this is what annoys me. Oh, you asked me to be honest, but I'm just saying, what's the point in me getting upset and stuff?
No, but it's not it was the one thing he said, what's the point in spending money on her if she's going to die anyway? You've got to realise that's not a normal thing to say.
No, but what's the point in getting to really knowing someone and thinking, oh, she's really nice, I want to spend my life with her. It's good that she told me when she did.
Carl! What, during Bottom? This is the most amazing thing you've ever said!
Steve, don't you understand what I'm saying?
But no, because... What? Well, firstly, it's the assumption that she's going to drop dead, and you're going to think, well, let's pour some open fruits.
I don't know what it means when you've got a problem with a marrow and that, but she looked pretty serious when she was talking about it. So I was like, oh.
Christ almighty!
I don't understand what's so bad about it.
Play a record! I'll tell you. I'll explain to her during the break. Play a record.
Libertines?
Yeah.
If you're morally objectionable, why not email ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
It's okay, he's an idiot.
True.
Oh, talking about my dad. Steve, you'll love this, right?
Go on.
My dad hates being ripped off, right?
Yes, well, no, I can relate to that, that's important.
Hates coming to London now. He always wants me to go and see them rather than come here, because he just thinks London is like a big rip-off. Last time he came, he got annoyed because I bought him a scone and a cup of tea for like 3 of us, and it was £14, and he just was livid. And then we had an argument about that, and then we went to the Millennium Wheel, and I said, do you fancy going on this? He said, oh, alright. And then he saw the price, and it was something like 20 quid or something. And he said, 20 quid to go up in the air to look at stuff that's on the ground. He said, I might as well stay on the ground.
Brilliant.
Right? Thought, good point.
His logic is impeccable.
So anyway, this is going on. Anyway, he spoke to me the other day. I said, how are things? Are they alright? And that. He said, oh, being ripped off. I said, why? He said he ordered, do you know the place where he got a new bed from because he cut the other one in half, right? He got this bed out of a catalogue. So he sorted out a payment on the phone. He said, look, you're ripping me off a bit here on the interest thing, but well, let's do a deal. We'll sort out a new monthly payment that's different to what it says in the catalogue. And they said, yeah, we'll go along with that. Anyway, so he sorted that out. He was happy. The bed arrived. It's a nice bed. He said, that's great. So anyway, he got the bill for it, and it was the original price.
Oh, I thought it might be the case, yeah.
Right. So he called up and said, I'm not happy with this. He said, we said a deal. And oh, no, don't know what you're talking about. He said, right, don't send me your catalogues anymore. He said, I'm not buying anything from you. You're a rip-off merchant. Right? So anyway, few weeks go by. Post comes, only another catalogue in the post.
He's livid.
Right, so he was well annoyed. Yeah. So he looked on the back, and it said on it, this catalogue will always be property of, the company that does it. So you can't throw it away. If we request to have it back, we've got the permission to get it back off you. Right? So he thought, right, well, they're out of order. I told them not to send me one, and they have done, and they're saying I can't chuck it away. So he called them up and said, alright, Mr. Pilkington here, bought a bed off you, you conned me, and that. But, forget that. We've dealt with that. You've sent me a catalogue, I told you not to. It says on the back here that this will always be yours. Yeah? So, in a way, you're using my house as a warehouse. I'll be charging you 26 pence or something a day.
Brilliant. He
said, you already owe me £6.28. Something like that.
Genius.
And, sorted it out. So again, it's just...
So hang on, but are they going along with this?
I don't know what happened. He said they sounded annoyed and said they'd get back to him, and they haven't. But he said, I'm not bothered. They can take as long as they want because the money just keeps going up.
Yeah. So what sort of profit has he made so far?
Well, when I spoke to him in the week, it was like £6 odd. Yeah. I think that was on Tuesday. So he's just leaving it. It's like an investment.
Yeah. It's like an antique. He's
it's just going up every day. So.
Well, keep us posted on that. That's dynamite. One day we need to speak to your father.
Yeah, I think so.
So many questions need to be asked of him.
In fact, I might say to give you a letter to take home.
Yeah.
Dear Mr. Pilkington, your son Karl.
New single from Nick Cave. I think
I'm looking forward to it. Alright, here we are then. Oh, Scorpio Rising, Death in Vegas, on XFM 104.9, about 1:05 Saturday. Here we are again then. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. I can't believe our luck. Oh, alright, Karl?
Alright.
Yeah, so what are we doing today then? Producer.
Right.
Oh, sorry, I always laugh instinctively when I hear Karl's name and that word.
Yeah.
Right, well... Why is that? Because it is... I had to come up with some new features again for this new year.
Okay. I'm excited.
What have you come up with?
We are the backbone of this show, Karl.
Yeah. We'll tell you we've come up with some pretty... What's yours first?
Right.
Go on.
Right, well, Rockbusters.
That's old, that's not a new feature.
Yeah, but we'll keep it.
Right.
So you're just keeping an old feature?
Okay. No, it's an old favourite. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going, phew, I was worried that he'd lose Rockbusters.
Rick, I just come up with a new idea. Why don't we just play some records that we like? There's a new idea for 2003.
Yeah. Oh, you know what we can't, Steve? Because the library's out of order.
Oh yeah, the record label, we can't get in there, we're not allowed to get in there.
We had to scrounge something from Capital Gold.
So anyway, right,
go on.
So we got Rockbusters.
What are they doing with the library? Are they getting some records in that we want to play? Is that their new idea? I know, let's get some records in that we want to play.
Yeah, they're thinning out the Gina G.
Yeah. 4 non-blondes, goodbye. Give that to Foxy. Go on, sorry, Carl.
We'll do, we started Do We Need 'Em in 2002.
Do We Need 'Em?
Do We Need 'Em, yeah.
We'll continue that.
Got a new one, haven't you?
Explain that later.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the new stuff comes in.
Ooh.
Right. As always, I like to sort of get words and tweak them and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of either doing something with, there's a lot of weird rituals, isn't there?
A lot of weird rituals?
Yeah, there's weird stuff going on around the world.
Okay.
There is, yeah.
And I was going to tweak that to rituals.
Okay. Right.
Again, starting with the title, the pun first, then working out what it is.
Well, I found some weird stuff.
Oh, right, so it's specifically...
Just stuff that goes on, like...
rituals.
There was,
most of the weird stuff I've heard about happened to you in Manchester in your early years.
Well, in India, apparently it's good to have a flat head. So the,
Again, just flirting, just bordering on the racist, but never really gets there. Always.
Well, because there's no intent.
There's no hate. It's just clumsy. It's just stupidity. Yeah.
Exactly.
Go on. What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's good to have a flat head.
What do you mean it's good to have a flat head in India?
we'll talk about it later.
Brilliant.
That's rituals. So
You've hooked a few people. You've hooked a few in. Go on.
Alright, so we'll have that later.
So it's essentially like Educating Ricky, only it's specifically about rituals. Is that strictly speaking what it is? Okay.
I suppose so, but then again, you could say radio is all the same because it's people talking.
Okay, Carl, brilliant. Brilliant comeback.
Yeah,
So-
brilliant comeback. Not all talking nonsense, though.
Well,
So that's where we're different. Go on.
also, right, I like teaching you stuff.
Yeah. And you've done well.
So what I'm thinking is, rather than just touching on a topic, sort of giving you a few bits of information on one
See,
topic.
this is what I'd like to do, because the last thing you taught me, I remember, was there was a blind girl, she hit her head and she could see, and that's all I got.
Yeah.
So if you could go into that a little bit more, that would have been educating me.
Well, today we're featuring stuff on World War 1 and 2, right?
Oh,
So that's that little title for all this little thing is, what do you think of that then?
What do you think of that then?
Play a record.
So
Rick, can I just thought of a joke?
Go on.
What's the similarity between Lord of the Rings and this show? They're both rubbish.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, universally speaking, on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant, and of course, Karl Pilkington. Now, people come up to me and they say, "Is Karl for real?" And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, they want to say, is he that stupid?" And the answer is yes, right? Some people think that he's putting on. Some people think that he's a character that we've invented, like we've got an actor in, like he's a Gareth Keenan or a Tim or something. And I go,
that we've scripted.
Exactly, yeah. No, it's absolutely real, aren't you, Karl? I go, where did he come from? Well, just to tell the story, we came here, and I was much too important to run the desk myself this time round, so they just gave us a tea boy.
Steve came in with you, I remember that.
yeah. Why do you remember that?
Well, Steve knows, I don't want to keep going over it, but it's just the way he looks, it's just true.
Were you taken aback?
A little bit.
Yeah. Right. And he's just developed into my favourite thing. I also say that you get bored with, like, you know, battling tops or, you know, pets sometimes. I mean, I love my cat, but he's not as, you know,
Colin.
my cat. Yeah.
Colin.
Actually, Carl's away next week. Is he available to run the day?
No, well, he's actually not as intelligent as Karl, and that's the truth. He's not, you know.
Well,
he's
marginally.
Yeah, and then in the week, he's like one of those little Tamagotchi toys, Karl, because I have to phone him every day and keep his interest up.
Yeah.
Like I'd give him an interesting fact. And I got a book out and I found out I'd call Karl like that. And I thought this was a great fact, right? A 2-day-old gazelle can run faster than a racehorse. Right? I thought that was incredible.
Sure.
Okay. So I phoned him, I said, a 2-day-old gazelle can run faster than a racehorse. He went, what's it do after that? I went, what? He said, well, how fast can it run when it's adult? I went, well, even faster. He went, oh, I thought we could just do it then, but then it sort of lost it. I went, what are you talking about? I went, you know, that's incredible. A 2-day-old gazelle can run. He went, well, no, that's what they do. I went, what? He went, that's what they do, isn't it? I went, what do you mean? It's 2 days old. right? He went, yeah, but a 1-day-old fly can fly. I'm 30 and I can't fly. It's not what I do, right? And I went, right. He went, a jellyfish can hold its breath underwater for hours. I went, it doesn't hold its breath, does it? It hasn't got lungs. So he went, what? I know I had him. He went, what do you mean? I said, well, they don't breathe, do they? Went, what do? I went, well, they get oxygen directly from the water via osmosis straight into their cells. And it just went quiet. And I went, a 2-day-old gazelle? And he went, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
He was just thinking about the jellyfish.
Yeah.
Well, he was looking up osmosis, and then he was thinking about the jellyfish.
But I just think, I mean, if Bambi's anything to go by, this little gazelle spends a whole day trying to stand, and the next day it enters the derby. And you don't think that's incredible?
No. See, you know the sort of things I find incredible.
Go on.
Mirrors. Shiny objects.
Kettles. Yeah. Oh, God.
Well, listen, remember the time when I tell you about the baby that had a baby?
The baby that had a baby.
The baby that had a baby.
Yeah.
It's happened again.
No, it hasn't.
Well, it didn't happen the first time.
It was in the papers, I think, on Monday, in all the tabloids.
So it's a twin where one has grown and the other one is still at a fetal level.
No, it wasn't, though. It had grown. He was saying to his mum...
who was saying to his mum?
The little kid who was 7 years old. And he kept saying... Yeah. He was pregnant.
And he was pregnant?
Yeah. I know.
What do you mean?
And he was saying to his mum, oh, God, I don't feel well. And, like, his belly was all swollen, and they thought he'd just been eating cake or whatever. And he was saying, I can feel something moving about, and they were like, stop messing about, there's nothing wrong with you. Eventually, I think he was in gym at school.
In gym? What, Jim was pregnant with him? Oh, it was like a Russian doll.
He was at school, right, just about to do sit-ups or whatever they do at school, right? And
flew out across the room.
Teacher goes, you're a bit fat.
You look a bit pregnant.
And so best to the doctors took him, said, you're 7 years pregnant or something like that.
What you do?
What, or something like that?
You're 7 years pregnant.
Or something like that.
You're saying the doctor. Carl, why don't you think about what you say before you say it?
See the reaction I get. Now the gazelle, I didn't get excited like that.
7 years pregnant.
Send it in. If someone's online at the moment, just having a look around, it happened on Monday or Tuesday. Because I told you at the pub quiz, didn't I, Steve? I said to you, I know the baby's had a baby.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, whatever.
Well, I just thought you were talking nonsense as ever.
Well, we'll find out.
You're 7 years pregnant.
Yeah.
You're a fool. Play a record.
Well, we've still got stuff coming up.
Monkey News?
Rockbusters answers. We'll have to get that out of the way soon, because we've got
what else there? Have we got a cheeky freak of the week?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's the forthcoming single from Nick Cave from his album Nocturama. That's called Bring It On.
That's great. I must admit, I was a latecomer to Nick Cave.
He's extraordinary, yeah.
I mean, years into his solo stuff before, I decided that he was brilliant.
Yeah,
fantastic.
No, he's fantastic. I had some exciting news this week, Carl. You'll be pleased to find out. I'm worried that you might get a little bit jealous, because it's obviously going to impact on your world quite strongly, because I know you think you like things to be quite samey. You like the status quo to be maintained. You like the fact that in the past, we've had some crosswords, because I remember, what did you think of me when I first walked in? When I first came in on the first day of XFM?
I don't know why you're making a big deal out of it, because I'm just being honest, though. I'm just being honest about a lot of people who see you for the first time sort of go, well, he's a bit weird.
I know that, Steve, that you brought it up, and then you're again.
But I'm sure that wasn't what he said before.
No, he
did. Before?
Yeah, well,
he's a bit weird.
Yeah, well, he looked at you, and I knew. I could see by the look on his face. You know when you know your kid, and your kid's sort of scared of something, and they go, "Why's your kid?" He goes, "Oh, he doesn't like pigeons or spiders."
Right.
It was like that when I saw Carl, and I brought you in, and I went, "What do you think of that, Carl?" I could see the look on his face that he was disturbed.
Sure.
And then, as he said, you get used to it, don't you?
Yeah, you get used to it. And you have changed a little bit. Your hair's a bit smarter now, and you've got some nicer glasses and that, I think. Or I might have just got used to it.
Whoa! Don't bring it up, Steve. Don't look at me like that.
So you say that you think some other people in the office thought the same? Do you know that for sure?
Carl.
Did you discuss it?
Carl.
Yeah, I think they do, yeah.
Okay, leave it there then.
But not just in the office, as you walk through the building.
Oh, it's worse than you ever thought!
Well, no, it's not worse than I ever thought, because as you well know, Ricky Gervais...
Yeah.
What did I do on Thursday morning?
Oh, is this the thing,
For those that perhaps are not of the female persuasion listening, there's a magazine. Apparently, it sells quite well. It's one of the sort of female, kind of issues magazines. I think it's called Company Magazine. It's like your sort of, I guess it's a bit like your Moore or your Vanity Fair or whatever. Anyway, they run every year the 50 most eligible bachelors in Great Britain section. Ding dong, hello. Who's in there this year? In the 50, in the top 50 of the entire country.
And then they vote, and they put them in order and see who's the most eligible bachelor.
But that's 50 people, right? It always annoys me slightly because bachelor, it kind of seems like a more sophisticated word for loser. Yeah, which always sort of unnerves me.
And also,
slightly.
they try and do a different 50 every year, so they're getting pretty desperate to get different ones.
No,
because also a lot of people who are sort of like successful, are married, so there's very little to.
No. There's a huge. I don't know if this is international. It could even be international. I'm not sure actually. So I could be up there with the likes of Justin Timberlake, etc. So Fred Durst. Yeah, that sort of person, So anyway, this is what's exciting, right? Although I'm slightly frustrated because they were telling me that last year. All right, because what happens is the readers of the magazine, they vote for who they think is number one most eligible bachelor, right? Last year, the prize was a 2-week trip in the Bahamas. Okay, this year I'm rather annoyed because all I'm going to win is a moped. That's the prize this year. That's the prize this year. A moped.
Whoa! Backtrack.
What?
Sorry. Last year was a 2-week trip to Bahamas, and this year
just a moped. All I'm going to get is a moped.
All you're going to win is a moped.
Yeah,
you've got no chance.
You've
got no chance. Who else is in it? Who else is in it?
Well, I mean, I don't know lots of people you'd never heard of. I know Duncan from Blue.
Ding. So you're second to him at least already. I imagine you're going to come behind the other 49.
Because there'll be people voting for me. They get to vote for me.
Yeah, Steve.
They'll see my photo and then they can vote for me.
Yeah, according to Heat, I was 22nd most sexy man in the world.
I better take that helmet back.
I would.
No, but my mum and dad, right, they moved to this little house, right, and they had loads of furniture that they collected over the years without chucking out, and they've moved to this small house, so they just had too much furniture, right, and they had this double bed, and that was for when friends come round and that, they can stay there, but the problem was he wanted to sort of put these wardrobes in the bedroom, right, that went on either side of the bed.
Sort of wrapped around the bed.
Yeah,
but
because the room was so small, he thought, I can sort that out.
Yeah.
Right? And he sawed the bed.
He sawed the bed?
He sawed the whole thing, so you've got, your mattress, your bed, and everything.
What, he just sliced some off?
Like a big sandwich, just cut a bit off.
Just cut the crust off.
How much is that, would you say? About 8 inches, 6
about
inches.
8 inches.
But hold on, but that won't work. Because it'll all fall out the side, and then what happened to the springs and all the supports and stuff?
He
just collapsed.
It didn't all come out and that. I mean, it's not the comfiest bed. but the weird thing is, he did it, and even though it's only like that 8 inches or whatever, it totally ruined it. It's
well, of course it would.
No, but what do you think I mean? I don't mean it ruined it as in it looks a mess.
No, it would have been uncomfortable.
Not even that though. Just the fact it's that little bit shorter. It's like, God, for 2 people, this is hard work now. This is like you haven't got enough room, even though it's only 8 inches.
Why did he build the wardrobes first without measuring, putting the?
I think he did all that and then thought, oh, it'll easily fit in there, and it didn't. So he had to sort of saw a bit off the bed. But it's just weird how only 8 inches.
Did he use one of those electric saws?
Yeah.
And there was just, presumably there was just kind of sort of material and wood just flying everywhere.
What did he do with the legs? Did he have to move the legs in a bit?
He moved the legs. Looking at it, right, once it's got like the quilt on it and everything, you wouldn't know. I was like, yeah, that's alright, done a good job. Yeah. And I went to bed at night, he's like, sleep well. Got up in the morning after having about 45 minutes sleep and said, something not right with that.
Yeah.
You really are your father's son, aren't you?
I said, it's
not right. And he said, oh, well, I said, what have you done? It doesn't seem the same. And he said, oh, I had to shorten it, sort of thing, to fit in the gap. I said, well, I can't sleep in it. I said, and there was a big kerfuffle. My mum was saying, look, you have our bed then, and we'll sleep in that one. And my dad was like, sod that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ruined. Some idiot cut it.
Yeah.
So, there was a big debate going on about where we should sleep, and I was saying, look, I only come and see you, like, every couple of, probably once every 6 months.
I'm not being funny, but next time we go home, can I film it? Just for, do you know what I mean, Channel 4 or something?
Well, you know, I mean, the Osbournes is not on at the moment. The Pilkingtons. That would be extraordinary.
Oh, can we film it?
That's brilliant.
Is anyone from Channel 5 listening to this show?
Or Bravo?
Yeah.
The Pilkingtons.
Weird though. Weird.
Play a record?
What do you want to play? Do you want to play, do you fancy playing something of yours?
What, have we got anything?
I don't know, something that was sent in to you, maybe?
Oh yeah, no, I'll tell you, yeah, I'd like to play this, yeah, Bronze Age Fox. Band from Bristol, my neck of the woods.
Always
play
working,
the tune,
Carl,
play the tune.
always working, he's always working, he's on the ball, he's on the ball, he's on the Bobby ball. Listen, right, as you know, I lent Carl, part of his education, his historical education, I lent Carl Gladiator, the movie, on DVD, which he watched on his PlayStation 2. And Rasputin.
Do you know last week when you gave me this, did you know my result for history?
No.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yep. Now, right, okay, it's the film review. Carl, you just tell it from the heart. Tell us what you thought about the film, what you thought the...
Can I just ask, is this the first time you'd seen Gladiator? You'd never seen it before?
No.
Okay. And what were your thoughts?
Okay. The film review.
Gladiator.
It's alright. Nothing great. It's like an old, sort of an old version of Rocky done in the olden days, really.
Right.
A bloke fighting other people.
Sure.
How sort of well known is the story? Do you reckon people know the basics?
Well, just very quickly, just do the plot.
Quickly. There's a guy called Max.
Maximus, yeah.
Yeah. There's Caesar, and there's Caesar's kid, and Max goes to war, sort of wins it, comes back. Caesar says, you're good at what you do. I wish my son was as good as you. So I want you to be in charge when I die. His kid finds out, bit annoyed about it, kills his dad, because he don't want anyone to hear that he said that he wants him to be in charge.
Yeah.
So his kid gets in charge and thinks, I'll show you. You're not going to be a king, I am. You're going to be a slave or something. And then, next thing you see is...
Sorry, can I just stop there? My only thought is the film's 3 hours long, so maybe we shouldn't go through the whole plot there.
We've done the first 10 minutes, but go on. So yeah, he's a slave and then...
Yeah, but then, that was an interesting bit that I thought, right? I mean, I was watching this with a girlfriend, she was already annoyed because she wanted to watch Friends on E4.
Okay. Yeah. It was a good episode as well this week.
Was it?
Yeah.
Don't tell her that.
Okay.
Right, so she was annoyed and she said, come on then, put it on. And I got it wrong straight away, because it says on the back 149, so I thought that was an hour and 49 minutes. It turned out it was 149... No, I thought it was 1 hour 49.
Yeah.
But it was 149 minutes.
Sure.
So it overran anyway.
By 40 minutes.
Yeah. So anyway, the interesting bit was where he was going across the desert on a horse. And I think to show you how long he'd been going across the desert on his horse, he's showing you a shot of the horse's knees and they were bleeding. And I just wondered whether that's what horses do if they run for a long time. Do you know?
I don't. Good.
Right, so anyway, so it goes on, it keeps going on like this. He's a slave, and then he has a fight at the end with the Caesar's kid, and he kills him. And that's how it ended.
Okay, good. What did you think of it? Just generally, what bits... What do you think was wrong with it?
Right, well, I've read up on it, and there's already a fact that is wrong.
Right.
Caesar's kid, he didn't actually kill his dad. His dad died of a natural death.
Right, in real life, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's Caesar's kid's name? Comedian or something?
I think it's comedian. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the name comes from. When a funny person is called a comedian.
He didn't actually get killed in real life by Max.
No.
He died by his sister poisoning him, and he didn't die. No.
Are you saying that this is not a historical document?
It's wrong.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Well, next week I'm giving you Braveheart, and that is actually true. That is factually accurate.
I can't handle
it. It is. It was a little Australian fella that helped him out.
Just for people who watched it, they know that the guy, Caesar's kid.
Yeah.
He died. His sister tried to poison him. That didn't work. Apparently, he was a gay fella, and his boyfriend, who was a wrestler, strangled him. That's
Where did you get this information?
On the internet. I thought I'd look it up to see how much of it I actually got right.
Yes.
And that's what I read.
Okay, so out of 10?
5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's no good. I wouldn't get it out. And it's annoying the way it says, like, you know, this film's got to be seen at the cinema, because I saw it at home and I don't think I missed out on anything.
Very good point. I think that's probably the point they're making. But we're going to do something that we used to do on our local radio show called Rockbusters. Sounds a bit like Blockbusters, a television programme that used to be on television where they gave sort of real cryptic clues. Yours aren't cryptic clues, yours are ridiculous. So explain Rockbusters.
Give out an initial of an artist or a band that are knocking about, like now or ages ago, and I give a cryptic clue.
It's not a cryptic clue. Very rarely cryptic. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's nonsense, but...
Well, as we once said, I think it is more accurately described a craptic clue.
Yeah.
Well...
Or what am I thinking?
Well, are you going to give an example, or will we just do them?
The classic example, of course, for me is a woman. She's an artist. The initials are WH. She was wandering around in Texas. She fell over. A part of her leg fell in a puddle. Wet knee, Houston.
That is the level.
That's what you're working with, people.
So he's going to give 3 of these. The first email that gets them all right, the first email we get, and it's timed, isn't it, emails, so we can know, that gets all these clues exactly right, can win, what, a signed photo of Karl?
Now that is exclusive. There are not very many. I don't think they even exist, do they? There are no signed photos of Karl, so this will be a collector's item.
Right. So, yeah, there's 3 different ones. When you send it in on email, podcast@rickygervais.com, just put in the subject thing like Rockbusters, so I know what I'm looking for. Right then, so three different clues for you to work on. First one.
Oh, shouldn't I do a jingle for this?
Please.
Okay. Oh, that sounds cryptic. No, nothing isn't.
Rockbusters.
Right, the first one, the initial, right, is B.
The initial B, band
B,
or artist?
So a band or an artist beginning with the letter B. The cryptic clue. Well, I don't want a house that's that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it. Right? That's the cryptic clue. Well, I don't want a house that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it. Right? B. Artist or band. Who is it? Right? Work on that one. Second one. It's B again. B. Letter B for the band or the artist.
Alright.
Cryptic clue. Right? That part of my leg is English.
That's it, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
That part of my leg is English. Initial B. What is it? Part of my leg is English. And then the last one, KW, artist or band, and the cryptic clue, the fitness teacher has got a speech impediment. What's going on there? Right, KW, the fitness teacher has got a speech impediment. Work on them, right? Send in the answers, podcast@rickygervais.com, and just win some signed picture and that. Right, so last week's clues, there was 3 of them. I give you initial of an artist or a band, and a cryptic clue.
Yeah.
You work it out, you email it in, you win a signed picture and that. Right. First one was, well, I don't want a house that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it.
Go on.
Right, so that was B.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that was Beyonce. Beyonce. Like,
yeah.
It's like a cryptic thing. Do you got that? Second one.
I'd stand. Beyonce.
That part of my leg is English. The initial was B. That was Britney. Right?
Britney.
Yeah, so it's like British. Britney.
But so you're just taking the one half of her name, are you now?
Well, she's known as that now. I think she's known more as Britney than Britney Spears. They don't really call her that anymore.
Yeah. Also, British isn't the same as English.
Yeah, I know. I realised that, but it was too late.
Brilliant. That's what you're up against.
Just like that, Ollie Wants to Be a Millionaire.
The last one was the initials were KW.
Yeah.
And the clue was the fitness teacher has got a speech impediment, right? So you've got to sort of think about that. You've got to think about a fitness teacher he's working out and that.
Yeah.
But he's got a speech impediment, so when it like comes to like
well, no, you didn't say all this in the clue. So.
But no, but it was just that one was Kanye West. Right,
Kanye West.
So I'm just saying.
Why did the fitness teacher say Kanye West?
Because he's got a speech impediment and he's been working them out. They've built up a sweat, and he's like, right.
Well, no, you didn't say all that, so it doesn't matter.
But even if that is the case, so what is he saying?
He's saying, all right, can we rest now?
As in, can we rest now?
Yeah, just kind of because they say that at the end. It's like, right, everybody.
So he's got a speech impediment. He's very, very camp, and he's adding words. Okay, but apart from that, it works perfectly. So that is bollocks. You're an idiot.
So that was the first three.
Who won? Smashing Pumpkins on top of Mix FM 104.9. I just got to tell you something, Steve. Remember, at my birthday party, my girlfriend had bought me one of those arcade games. She put money in a pub.
Oh, it's a quiz machine, though.
Quiz machine, yeah, touch the screen. And we're all playing, but Steve, with his general film knowledge, people were getting like 100,000 points and getting through, right? Steve got something like 8 million.
Right, listen, I got the top score on a movie trivia quiz game, right? Who's the geek now?
Yeah.
Alright, Carl? Hello.
No, but it was impossible. I tried it, and for like months after, I just thought, I've just got to knock him off the top. And I did it all the other categories, and I was best at rock. Let's say that. But by no means is, you know, the gap between a friend of mine and a friend of yours, Johnny Camden, the lovely Irish comedian, came round last night, had a couple of goes. He got something like 30 million.
That's mental. That's madness.
Yeah. In fact, you're right, because, Johnny bought this comic, right? He loves Doctor Who, and he bought this comic, and Steve, he left it there, and Steve got a post-it note on every page wrote geek. Yeah. Johnny reads it on the tube, and there's geek written on every page. That's the sort of vicious man Steve is. He can hand it out. Do you know what I mean? Imagine him calling you a geek. What must that feel like, to be called a geek by Steve Merchant? What do you think, Carl?
Every week he has a go at me, anyway.
What's having a go at you? You're having a go at me every week.
3 weeks.
What?
You've been having a go at me.
I have not had a go. You've always had a go at me.
You've always said to me, what do I look like? And what do you expect me to do? Lie?
Oh, he's done you again, Steve!
No, I'm not getting into this.
He's done you again.
One lad called up before and said, oh, have a go at Steve again, these looks. And it's not like a game. I'm not like coming in here every week and wanting to make you look, you know, come across as an ugly bloke. I don't need to do that.
He's done you up.
He's done you up.
Is this because of the Gaylord stuff?
No, it's
you're having a go at me again?
Oh.
It's just that you had a go at me before.
I didn't have a go at you at all. I was talking to Ricky. I had a word. I'm spoken a word to you.
Your eyes.
Is this why you're in an ugly mood? A bad mood? A generally grim mood? Is it because like you just think I'm going to have a go at you?
I don't know what it is. When I get here, you're alright. And then as soon as you come in here, you change.
I haven't done anything. What are you talking about? You're paranoid. I haven't said anything, mate. I've drawn a little picture of you here, but
I'll tell you what we need now is a song for the lovers. I want to tell you now.
Please.
This has been one of my favourite songs for about 20 years. It's by David Bowie. Now, David Bowie's had his phases, and I liked his glam stuff, and Tin Machine went off. You know, he's always sort of there, on and off, right? But this song is off Space Oddity. It's called Letter to Hermione, and I don't know why he stopped writing songs like this, because this is probably one of the most beautiful songs ever recorded, and I know Steve agrees with me on this.
I do indeed. Rick, can I just kiss and make up with Carl?
No, that is...
No, let me just kiss my kiss.
Yeah, but it doesn't then next week it'll be the same again. It doesn't mean anything. It's like saying sorry.
Oh. On the lips, go on.
He's like...
Carl!
Get I've never... Carl has gone a absolute shade of purple, straining not to have Merchant's...
There's no point, Steve.
What? No.
There's no point.
No, just shake and make up.
Shake what, Rick?
There you go. All friends, sit down. That's lovely. That's a lovely moment. It's XFM 104.9, and this is Letter to Hermione by David Bowie. It's beautiful. Mock Turtles, Can You Dig It? Remixed by Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah, XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Ooh, stuff to do.
What's going on?
Stuff to talk about and that.
What's been going on?
Oh, before you came in, you saw it, didn't you? That experiment I was doing with the...
An experiment?
Yeah.
Well, all I know is as I walked in the building, I passed the little kitchen area, you were hitting Karl on the head with a tin tray.
Didn't it make a good noise?
It was a great noise. But I'm interested, explain more about the experiment.
Well, I wanted to see how hard I could hit him and make it resonate, right, before I either caved his skull in, or, you know what I mean? So, you had to hold it quite loose, so it could, like, vibrate, but you had to grip it hard enough to give it a good whack.
Right.
And his head's brilliant for hitting stuff on.
Is it?
It is perfect.
Carl, could we recreate that moment a bit later on the radio?
You'll notice that you've been on for 15 minutes, I haven't said a word. It's had a bit of an effect on me. Still a little bit shaken.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, do it again later.
We were talking about your head a little bit earlier, weren't we?
It's not going to mean that you're sort of a bit, fuzzy thinking, is it?
It'll be alright.
Yeah.
So...
Can we recreate that later, maybe towards the end of the show? Just hit you on the head with various objects, see which make the best sound?
He said talking about Time Out. I said something about in Time Out, and he went, yeah, do you read that? I went, yeah, I read it, get it every week, yeah. He went, there's no point though, is there? He said, because it's like a telephone directory. You know, if you want to look something up, you look it up, but you'd never sort of browse the telephone directory. And I went, that's an interesting point. He went, although I did. When I was in Scotland, I just looked up how many Macs there were, and there was 42 pages of them. How bored are you in your hotel room in Scotland to suddenly start working out how many people start with Mac?
Were you sat in your room? There was nothing else that you could think of to do?
I've been working. It's when we did the show from, XFM did some stuff from Edinburgh.
Yeah. You were sat in your hotel room?
Sat in the room, waiting to sort of go out and get some food and that. Sat there.
Why were you waiting to go out and get some food?
Because we were all going to meet up. We're going to meet up with, with Simon.
So you thought, I'm not going to switch the TV on, I'm not going to read a magazine.
The telly was on, nothing was on, I wasn't impressed with anything that was on, so I'm looking around the room. I had a couple of the free shortbreads.
I love the fact he remembers. Yeah. He remembers a specific biscuit he had.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I had a couple of them, and then looked around, there was a Bible, and I thought, well, I know about that.
Yeah.
There's nothing in that I don't know. So, got the phone book up, and immediately thought, there's a lot of Mac this and Mac that in Scotland, Macintosh,
Mac Daddies,
Macateer, there's loads of names, so I thought, I wonder how popular it is.
I wonder just how popular it is.
42 pages of Macs.
Did you count how many pages there were?
Yeah.
Did you just work out from the numbers on the bottom of the page, or did you literally
I counted.
Right.
And
how many do you reckon are on a page? There's a lot in there. If someone could tell you approximately how many names they get on one page.
How long did it take you, this whole procedure?
What, the counting?
Yeah.
Not that long.
No,
it's
just
42 pages.
Yeah.
It's not that much.
They're all
And
together,
what did you
luckily.
do once you digested that information? What did you do with that information? Did you tell
stored
people
it,
when you
haven't
went?
I mean, look, how long ago was the Edinburgh Festival?
I stored it along with the biscuit. I love to get in his head. I imagine it's a big warehouse, and there's lots of partitions for weird stuff like kids born with tentacles and things like that.
I imagine there's like quite an old caretaker, and you go in there. You say, "I'm looking for that." He goes, "Hang on, I know where I put that somewhere. Hang on, hang on.
Is this the one when they shave the cat? No, it's not shaving the cat. This is the Max. The Max. I know Scotland, the shortbread. Well, don't give me the shortbread because that's putting me off. Well, I mean, for a last show, that song had everything. It's got 2 guitar solos.
Yes.
It's got a key change. It's got Bad Grammar, Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow, and that's for Camfield, the Prince of Rock.
Yeah.
He's going to be the king when Vance, just hands over his crown.
Yeah.
And you've still got that on XFM, so, don't worry about us going, oh, you weren't? Oh, okay then. No one cares.
No one
cares. This is our last show, let's make it a good one.
Let me give out the email address, because I imagine there's going to be a flood of emails demanding
please, Carl, keep the team together.
Yes, it's jono.coleman.
Coleman's not a team. He's just a big lad.
Yeah.
Right, come on.
What do you mean, come on? I've got nothing.
Ricky.Gervais.
Oh, Ricky.Gervais at XFM.
Or Karl.Pilkington, because you can do it throughout the week, you can do it throughout the 2 months. And, what's the phone number for XFM? 0207, is it 766 6000? And then just ask people through the car and leave a message on his voicemail.
Yeah.
So email him a lot. 0207 766 6000, I think, and just ask for Karl Pilkington.
Yeah.
Little Karl Pilkington, little baldy mank twit. And say, please stay.
Yeah.
Please stay. Karl, say something then.
How are you,
This is
mate?
our show. Say hello.
What are your feelings, Carl, so far? I mean, are you cheerful? Are you upset?
Not at all.
No?
Can't wait for 3 o'clock. Sure. So it was interesting how Ricky was saying he only does it for the fun. I haven't even got that bit.
Yeah.
I am paid peanuts to work Saturdays, which wrecks me weekend.
Pay peanuts, you get monkeys.
I have no fun.
Yeah.
Right? You have a laugh.
And what people
You love this. You love this. You love me coming in and having a little chat beforehand and after.
Yeah, but that's the funny thing, innit? Listeners just think, why does he get so moody about it, having Ricky annoying him just on a Saturday?
Yeah.
It's not just of a Saturday.
Why?
It's in the week as well.
How do I annoy you? How do I annoy you?
Daily.
How
annoyance.
do I annoy you, Carl? So you can't, if you be specific.
See? The first thing that springs to mind, when I'm trying to work with Steve before saying, come on, let's, find some interesting stuff to talk about, I think you were playing the accordion in the air. Was it the accordion? Oh, it doesn't really matter, they get the idea.
Although I can't play the accordion, so it wasn't very good, was it?
Where did you find an accordion?
I was one out there, right? And then
Next to the drum kit he started playing with.
And then I had a loudspeaker, and I put the accordion for the loudspeaker. Then it loud, those loudspeakers. They're amazing.
My question is this, Carl. Do you honestly think that's going to stop just because we're not on air anymore? He's not going to see you on a Saturday, so he's just going to come in even more often.
Yeah, I can just drop in.
He won't bother me as much now.
I think he will.
And he'll have his fob taken off him, so he won't be able to just wander in.
Of course I won't.
So
what? They're not. Do you think they're going to? Of course they're going to let Ricky Gervais walk in anytime they want.
Yeah, I might come in, might do a few trailers, might hang out, with Andrew, going, "Hey Andrew, how's it going?" He go, "Yeah, we're having a bit of trouble. What do you think?" I say, "Lose that off the playlist. Put that one on. Sack them." Yeah. Let's have a little bit of feeder.
It's extraordinary. But listen, seriously, I went home, I found this book, I found a couple of facts which I think are more up your street. Evolution, a little bit complicated. A little bit big. But this one, I think we may have mentioned it before, I think you'll like this. This is from a book of facts and trivia. The Egyptians trained baboons to wait on tables. That's interesting to you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you got any more there?
I'll see if I can find
he's interested.
Yeah.
Can get the staff.
That did happen,
You pay peanuts,
definitely happened,
you get monkeys.
And then what did they go off and do after that?
Well, it doesn't say.
I love the fact that he thinks, right, okay, so in his mind, it's now the monkey going, it's 5:30, I'm off, you knew I was going early today, and they go off maybe dancing or something, or they come in late.
No, I assumed what you meant there is that was their first career move.
Yeah,
and they went on. It's like actors waiting to be discovered.
Play a record.
Just one more before you play a record.
Oh, man.
You'll like this. Peter the Great, you ever heard of Peter the Great?
No.
Okay, well anyway, Peter the Great had his wife's lover executed.
You'll love this, Carl.
Right, so his wife had a lover, he had him executed, and he put his head into a jar of alcohol, and his wife had to keep it in her bedroom. Do you understand? That's every time every morning she'd wake up, and there was her lover's head in a jar.
He took his head off. He took his own head off.
Play a record.
Play a record.
She had a lover, and never mind. Never mind.
It.
It couldn't be any more concise. Mad World on XFM. We just had a text, Rick, from Andrew Barnes. He says he watched the same documentary, it would appear, as Carl did in the week, and he says here, just to clarify, the leech nose man got it up there when drinking from a muddy stream. And he goes on, one can only imagine the frightenedness he experienced.
Oh, Carl. Explain to him once more what happened with Peter the Great.
Alright, so we've got Peter the Great.
Yeah.
Okay. And his wife had a lover.
That's another man.
Another man.
Not Peter the Great.
She was having an affair with someone else.
Right.
And Peter the Great, he found out about that. Okay?
Yeah.
So he sliced off this bloke's head, he killed him, he executed him.
Right.
You with me so far?
The fella who
Oh, Jesus.
She was seen for a bit.
Yeah, there's only two fellas involved
There's two
here,
people
though.
involved. One's Peter the Great, the other one's not.
Right.
The guy that's not Peter the Great...
Derek the Terrible.
Derek the Rubbish.
Yeah.
Right? He's having an affair with Peter the Great's missus. So Peter the Great slices off his head, puts it inside a jar of alcohol to preserve it, and puts it in his wife's bedroom. So every morning she wakes up, she sees her dead lover's head.
You'd have thought he wouldn't have wanted to remember, wouldn't you?
Oh.
Best bury the head so she don't remember.
Well, it was a reminder so as not to put it about.
And did it work?
Oh, I don't know!
I love that. Again, that to me is an amazing thing to do. And you go, did it work? I mean, you've got quite an interesting mind, actually. I mean, you are, in some ways, really, really bright and intelligent. I love the way you think. You're one of the cleverest blokes in some ways that I know.
Hello, it says I've got common sense.
Well,
yeah.
And that's more important than knowing about, you know.
But it's it's like you follow the subplot, which is quite an interesting thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like you tell you a story, you'll always pick up on something that I didn't even think was an important bit. It's like you're looking out of the window all the time.
So what's important about that head thing?
What do you mean?
The head in a jar.
It's a grotesque thing to do. It shows ego, power, cruelty, and revenge.
Although I think it probably did work because he is called Peter the Great.
Yeah.
So you'd assume he got it right.
Yeah.
I don't see how you can query that. That's the sort of facts you give us. You see now, you're on the other side of the fence, and you've got questions, just like we've always got questions.
No, but in Karl's thing, it would have been, turns out, some weird happened, right, and he was still alive.
Yeah.
And so she was still having sex with Body, and his head was watching.
Yeah.
And Peter the Great didn't even know.
See how he's perked up?
I understand what you're saying. Now, I've learned some other stuff, so I'll see if I can, you know, educate you a bit before 3.
But I want to know, I'll tell you what education I want. I want to know what sort of things I can buy this weekend.
Butt plugs?
No. Have you got any adverts?
Oh, yeah.